Insights for educational leaders in a challenging economy. Latest evidence, fresh perspectives, practical solutions. This is why we're all here today. Our focus is on how the economy is affecting college decisions. Findings, analysis, and recommendations from our College Decision Impact Survey will be shared. This is the result of a very significant partnership between, again, Maguire Associates, FastWeb, and the New School.
So we're going to be sharing data with you from actually two different surveys. We conducted some initial surveys in February and March to look at sort of where they were in the application process, how they were making those decisions, and what they anticipated they would be doing in the fall. And then we conducted just in May a follow-up survey, just with seniors and parents of seniors, to investigate what they are actually doing. Where are they going, and what actually contributed to that final decision. And we will be conducting some follow-up surveys with juniors and seniors as well, but you're not going to see that much of that here. So that gives you some sort of a context. Again, we have over 3,000 seniors and almost 1,000 parents of seniors who completed both components of the research, and over 22,000 seniors and almost 6,000 parents of seniors who completed the first wave. So first, looking at concern about the U.S. economy, and this would really be the emotion component of our presentation. We wanted to really find out, okay, everybody's very concerned about the economy. What sort of an impact is that having on students and parents' decision making? A lot had been said in the media, and clearly that was having some sort of an impact, we thought. But here's what we learned in the survey. First, we just asked them simply, how concerned are you about the U.S. economy? Not in regards to anything about their application plans or anything. And here you can see that we compare the 2009 students, these are actually seniors, to some research that we also conducted, this exact same question that we asked in 2002 and 2003, and some research that we also did with FastWeb. And you can see here that concern has increased. The 2002 and 2003 research, that was really a reaction to 9/11. And concern, and if you recall, the economy did slump right after that. In addition, there were concerns about students not wanting to travel far or go to urban locations. So it was a slightly different focus, but there was an economic focus to that research, and this exact same question was asked. And you can see that the seniors this year are significantly, or were significantly more concerned than they were in 2002 and 2003. So what sort of an impact is that having on them? And this slide just shows you, we looked at different segmentations of the students. We have here, we're showing you gender, ethnicity, and also region of the country. And you can see that concern was uniformly high across all students. We really didn't find any subgroups that were particularly optimistic, if you will. And here, looking at breaking it down even more finely by state, you can see that there's a great deal of variability even within the states, with especially students in the Northeast and also on the West Coast, particularly California, being the most concerned.
To spark the dialogue, first, most obvious question would be, in your experience, did the economic crisis seem to change students' application patterns? Mary, you have some evidence to speak to here. I wonder if you'd like to start.
Sure. We had Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts is the smallest of the state colleges in Massachusetts, and we changed our name in 1997. We used to be North Adams State College. I still need to share that with folks because not everybody knows us by our new name. But at MCLA, we've been working very deliberately in the last few years to raise the profile of the institution, to convince the public that liberal arts is not a dirty word. And we've done very well at that. So we have seen the right kind of enrollment growth for us as a small school, not wanting to be a big institution. I believe absolutely firmly that without that quality piece in the mix, we wouldn't have been seeing the increase that we've been seeing. And this year was dramatic. The numbers had been going up over the last few years in a way that we really were pleased with. This year, as all of you do, we track our enrollment data. So some days it looks like either a bad stock market report or an EKG, depending upon your perspective. We had days where applications were up by 70% from where they had been the previous year. And I think that those are the pieces. And that was very true across all the public institutions. Talking to my colleagues in the public sector here in Massachusetts as well as across the country, we have all seen significant growth in applications. I think the real test will be in the yield rate, and when we actually open our college campuses back up in the fall, seeing students who actually turn out. But we don't anticipate much of a bleed because of the value and the location and the work of the school. So we're seeing a very strong market, but we are seeing families and students saying it is less about the price. It is more about the quality of the experience that I'm going to have. So we haven't really seen that tension between I'm going to a public because I don't feel I have other options. I'm seeing publics as increasingly a first choice option.
This year, what we saw at the beginning of the process was considerable uncertainty in applications, particularly for liberal arts programs. The applications were down, especially early on, but then after a period of uncertainty, they began to rebound, and to the point that I would expect that we'll be pretty much even on applications across the board, and up in applications in programs, particularly the design programs. But it's too soon for us to really say where we're going to end up, because the process continues even up until now.